Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at and a review of Black Rifle coffee. Yes, it's quite a nice presentation packaging. It is 12 ounces or 340 grams for our European friends who go with a non-metric scale. I like the coloration here. It's kind of a American flag themed, kind of a watercolor faded, give it kind of an old look to it with a little bit of grunge effects on the packaging. Very nice soft colors. It is comes in different color packaging. The box, obviously, Black Rifle Coffee, very unique with its company logo. And then right here we have the Gadsden flag. You may have heard about Chris Pratt getting a bunch of flack on social media over having worn a Gadsden flag shirt, but that is the social media world that we live in. Speaking of social media, you have probably seen an ad for Black Rifle Coffee, and like you, I did or have seen the ads for it for quite some time, and there was a 4th of July special, so I picked it up, and I was very enthusiastic about it. I did go with just the 12-ounce bag. I wanted to try it out. I was pretty confident that it was good because I did watch one of Sticks, Hex, and Hammer's videos one day where they had just simply sent it to him. He wasn't doing a sponsored video, nor is this sponsored either, but he happened to mention it, and that kind of motivated me to do so, so I ended up doing it. Now, there will be additional information down in the published section below there on Evan and the company, so you can kind of get an idea about that. Also some amusing videos of some individuals, like an actual professional coffee reviewer, just as a form of amusement, as well as a link to my influencer page where you can order the product, or if you want, you can order it directly from Evan and the Black Rifle Company. His goal here with the company is to employ over 10,000 veterans, so it is a genuine effort on his part to actually have and help veterans. So the coffee itself, when you start brewing it, it has an amazing aroma that's going to open up the room. If you're in an apartment or a home or even in an office setting, the smell of the brewing process is really going to capture people's attention. It is kind of exciting to have a coffee just in the beginning of the process, really give you that kind of a sense that you're about to enjoy something quite remarkable. Also, the coloration of it. I started off with kind of a lighter, I started off with a lighter amount of coffee in the filter, but the color still sustained pretty well. It had a very nice dark color to it, albeit that it is a medium coffee. Of course, it depends on levels of concentration of how much you put into your filter, but nonetheless, I went with a little bit lighter, just to kind of get a feel for it, get kind of a sense of flavor, distinguishing it between the fact that most of it is water. But nonetheless, preparation, there wasn't anything particularly unique about it. Now, opening the packaging for the first time also gives you an extraordinary level of flavor, the aroma is quite impressive. So I should have, when I first started, should have just drank it straight, right as it was prepared, and I didn't do that because, well, I just wanted to enjoy the coffee as coffee itself. So what I do is I add sugar and I add milk, whole milk, to my coffee. But nonetheless, the coffee itself had an extraordinary rich taste to it. It wasn't overly roasted, or the beans aren't overly roasted, giving you kind of a bitter, almost a sour flavor to it. It has a very smooth delivery and a nice follow-through aftertaste. Now, again, like I said, I do have coffee and milk in it, but I didn't want it to disturb the flavoring of the coffee in and of itself. But in comparison to other coffees, I would have to say that Black Rifle is definitely in the top 3. I've had the opportunity when I've traveled to my mother's country in Central America to experience some really amazing coffee right off farms there in Central America, and this is right up there with that flavoring. There is nothing like freshly ground coffee. It's extraordinary. If you've ever had like tomatoes or beans or squash or anything from your garden you prepared yourself that are fresh from the ground, it is a unique flavor in comparison to what you may buy at your local grocery store. And the same with the Black Rifle coffee. It really has it had good moisture to it for a coffee that was obviously being sent and packaged and distributed. I think the process that they use that I have seen is really nice. There isn't any particular additives or other things in it that I could sense within the coffee itself. It really had a nice, rich, smooth flavor to it. I enjoyed it. People that I shared with enjoyed it as well. Very pleasant coffee. I would highly recommend the product. It's amazing. I really enjoy it. I typically didn't start drinking coffee till I was back around 20 years ago when I was working at Gateway Computers. One of the guys there were just mega into coffee, and I used to actually go and buy the coffee at the local mall, and I would get all kinds of different blends and try all different types of coffees, and this certainly would be one that I would purchase again and probably will order again. And down in the publish section, I do have a link, as I mentioned, to my influencer page where you can order the product, or you can go to the company itself and order it from there if you like. I am thinking about perhaps getting a cup and some shirts and some other things to kind of just go along with the theme of Black Rifle Coffee. But nonetheless, I absolutely would recommend the coffee if you are a connoisseur of coffee. I think it definitely ranks up there in the top 3 of some of my favorite coffees overall. But nonetheless, guys, that is my review of Black Rifle Coffee. Please make sure that you enjoy some of the links down there in the publish section, and I'll see you guys in the next review.